honest.
Yes, you are.
Do we need a bleep button? Because
No,
you
no,
know
no,
you
no,
started.
no, 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 no.
You know you started. So
Do I have to say it? It's the Detroit Pistons. My team, my mob. Yeah, you see it. The D for Detroit. Yes, Detroit Pistons are the biggest loser because you draft. I don't care nothing about that music. You draft at fifth last year. G League ignites Asar Thompson, who what was his weakness? Shooting the 3-pointer. What is the Pistons' weakness? Shooting the 3-point shot. You follow that up, and Ron Holland might be a great kid. He might be a great player, but he is not a great fit. You follow it up with another G League Ignite player at fifth pick again, mind you, who can't shoot. He shot 27% from three. That is Michael Carter Williams level bad shooting threes. I said it in the chat. You're going to have Cade driving to the rack, and he's going to have Asar Thompson on one wing, and he's going to have Ron Holland on another wing. That's like looking and seeing Michael Kidd-Gilchrist on one wing and Michael Carter Williams on another wing. You're just going to jack up a layup, and you're probably going to break. They're just going to constrict the paint. They just gonna pack the paint and let you shoot those threes, bro. That was such a bad first round pick. I mean, I hope it pans out. I do not mind being wrong as a Pistons fan, but as a fan, but we just gonna be putting up, I said it, bro. Cade, just work on your step back threes, work on your off the dribble three, work on whatever creative shot from three you gotta get, because they did not set you up for success as the point guard of this team. Now, did they redeem themselves a little bit? Yes. The second round, Bobby Clinton, really good pick. Now, I talked to Javon about this, and as soon as I got home, I Googled it real quick while we was backstage. Bobby Clinton did enter his name into the 2023 draft last year, but then he rescinded it. He took his name out to go play in the NBA overseas, big man out of Wake Forest, and he wanted to develop his game. That was great because he's a stretch four who can shoot the ball. I did like that pick, and I say that I kind of made up for that Ron Holland pick because he's a stretch four that can shoot. But other than that, we're the biggest losers. I'm sorry.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I was depressed.
Hey, Carl. This Isaiah Thomas and Magic, man. I know, man. It hurt me too, bro. It hurt me too. I was upset. I wasn't as upset as you was in the NBA chat. Make sure y'all join the chats, but I was upset. I was still like, what? Why? And that's why I said he was my biggest winner, because again, he even looked shocked. Like most times on draft night, the agent probably was shocked. He was like, wait, who? Nah, ain't no way. Get off my phone. Y'all playing. And y'all put the pick in. But for me, the biggest loser outside of the Detroit Pistons is JJ Redick. Again, I'm sorry. The same way the Lakers are the winners is the same way JJ Redick is going to be the biggest loser. Not only did he have to worry about cursing the media out in his first press conference because they was asking about LeBron, but he already knew going into the season there was going to be multiple questions about LeBron. Now, on top of that, it's going to be nothing but developmental questions about Bronny. So when do you think Bronny's going to play? So when do you think Bronny's going to do this? Instead of JJ Redick actually coming in and being a coach, he's now going to be a part of all of the media, tornado, whirlwind. Bibby, hit the whirlwind in the chat for me, please. So for me, it's JJ Redick. And outside of that, Shams, because I heard he got locked out of his Twitter. So I know he was mad because R2L was beating him to the updates and Woj. So, hey, Shams, you need a phone, my boy.
I would say the Lakers had a good draft. I like Dalton Connect. I think that was a good pick for them. So, and getting Bronny James might be a little motivation for LeBron James. But I want to say they're a loser.
I said
the
JJ.
Milwaukee Bucks. JJ.
Lakers, just JJ.
Man, I forgot to mention that with LeBron James. He got JJ in there too. That man just doing his life. Oh my God, JJ and Bronny within 10 days, bro. Like, come on, bro. All right. Milwaukee Bucks, biggest loser to me. Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks aren't win now. I mean, obviously they ain't win now. You got Giannis under a contract who can force a trade anytime he wants to. You got this coaching carousel. You brought in Dane to win a championship. And what do y'all do? Y'all bring in AJ Johnson, the dude you barely saw for it. The man averaged, 2.9 points per game last year. 2.9. Don't get me wrong. The man got some. You know what I mean? Like he's talented. He got something. You know, he got to work on his. Like he has raw talent. I would say that he has raw talent. But I felt like they needed to make a move or a trade to help them win next year. Because you just saw the Celtics win a championship. The Celtics are, I feel like, miles ahead of the Bucks right now. If they would have played in a 7-game series, the Bucks are not winning that series. They lost to Indiana, bro. And we saw what the Celtics did in Indiana. So I feel like the Milwaukee Bucks were the biggest losers yesterday. Well, this whole draft.
I that was my second pick. That was my honorable mention besides my team. Because right at 23, again, elite defender Ryan Dunn, right there. What do you need? Defense. Your defense is not good. You pass up on the elite defender to get a guy which weakness, and our quote says, he played sparingly last season as his lack of strength, defensive prowess, and consistency remains a work in progress. Like you said, Joe, they are
and he's 167 pounds.
Yeah, and they are in
I
win now. You have no time to wait. You have no time to wait for him. You have none. So I agree. Milwaukee was one of the biggest losers. I forgot who they ended up drafting today. I'm looking for it right now. Oh, then they draft Tyler Smith at guard. Don't really know too much about him. They say he can score, but again, you need defense. And a weakness that I see, he had a more difficult transition defensively.
He has room to improve.
You're not even drafting for need. It's like you just drafting the draft. They're not drafting for need. Like I agree 100%. Besides Detroit,
I think Detroit
is a big loser too.
Yeah, I think also this draft. Go ahead.
Detroit loses for two reasons: for the pick they got and for not being number one. For them being
I'm sorry. To add insult to injury.
We ain't talking about that though. We're not talking about the lotto.
Bro, y'all losers.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Let's get past that. We could have made up for it with a great pick at 5, but nope.
But this draft also, you gotta think like this draft was for those GMs that are good at scouting. Like this was one of those drafts where you really had to do your homework because again, no team was really actually trading around to move up or move down that much unless they knew exactly what they wanted or that player that they wanted. So with Milwaukee, they probably was like, we wanted to trade out of the pick, but nobody wanted it. So we just, like you said, they just had to draft the draft.
Draft what you need though.
Exactly.
That also goes to show that they're not scouting; they're playing 2K.
And real quick, I know you're going to lose this. One more winner. I like what the Sacramento Kings did. All right, I did. Devin Carter was a projected top 10 pick, that's my boy. And he fell to us at 14. You know, so and we got rid of Davion Mitchell. I saw that happening, but Carl, I did my research on your boy. Your boy, nice.
I know.
Your boy, nice. The boy, I feel like now he's not the elite defender like Davion Mitchell is, but I feel like he's what they want Davion Mitchell to be. Because offensively, Davion Mitchell did not grow into that player on like they thought he would grow to. That makes sense, right? So I like Devin Carter, man. That dude motor is on 1,000.
What did I tell you when you called me? I said he ain't an elite defender, but he's really, 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 really good defender.
He's athletic like a mother too.
Yeah, Jalen, not Jaden.
Jalen, bro. Jalen, man.
I like the Sacramento Kings pick. I also I was almost ready to put Boston for biggest winner, but they was like, man, our roster too good. We just gonna waste this second pick anyway. There's no need for them to draft Anton Watson. I loved the Baylor Shireman pick for them. Anybody else at 30 would have picked them. I'd have been like, why? But for them, sharpshooter, another sharpshooter, that's crazy. But I just didn't really get the Anton Watson pick.
That's what they did. That's what they do.
They were just picking as another developmental player. Oh, I know, like you said, we are on losers. But again, I want to give a shout out to the Wizards. I did say they should have traded the pick. You know, I gotta give them a shout out because, and J-Mo said it in the comments, man. You know, the front office, man. I don't know. I know how the Commanders feel. When you got a front office that's just gonna do good things and make some things work with a vision. You know, I could cry up here because Alex Saw might be good, but I like Bud Carrington. I like Bud Carrington.
I told you, bucket. And he from the DMV.
Like,
yeah, I made a trade before that draft too.
No. See, for that, we had the trade helped us get Bud, but I wish it wasn't Denny. I wish it was another player because Denny was really finding his form in this offense. I wish it was somebody else they could have got out of that. I'm not mad at it. It's a win-win, but it's one of those things where it's like this is one of the players that I was rooting for personally.
Yeah, it's good because Michael Barnes on an expiring contract. And y'all
I know.
just gave bro an extension. And y'all got rid of that contract. That's good. So y'all
man.
freed up more space for the future.
I know, man, but still, you know, when you
Your
got your
GM
personal
working.
players that you root for, man, you know, that's
I got
all.
you.
But I see
mean,
the bigger picture. I ain't
Davion
mad at
Mitchell,
that.
bro. Sasha.
I heard Corey Kispert is also being dangled around as trade bait.
Yeah, man. I mean, they say anybody can go. You know, if you ain't from France or Jordan Poole, anybody can go. And if they get the right phone call for Poole, he might be out here too.
And J-Mo, we traded for him to not go over the luxury tax. And also, me and Trent going live tomorrow. We're gonna do a deep dive into the Kings, man. To Kings all season, man. Oof. This was like yesterday was high, and it was yesterday was like what the? And I called Carl, and I was like, okay, cool, you know. And then I did my real like, whoa, I actually like this. And then today I was like, dang, like I saw a trade. I was like, we in a trade.
We did a trade. Dang.
I was like, I'm gonna let Dave post this, bro.
Hey, but before we move on to the next topic, which will be about another NBA topic, but this is the pleasures of being in the actual chats because again, we got somebody we can always go back to, or we always have a chat that we can lean on to if it's a player we don't know about. The fact that you could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Carl, tell me a little bit about him." CTC's own call was just like, "Hey, you're getting a good player, and these are the things." Because when we got Bub, I was like, "Oh, that's nice," and then all I heard was bucket. Confirmed. Carl said it. Confirmed. I'm sorry. He just got to be. He just gonna have to be bad now. Because other than that, if Carl say he good, I'm gonna say he good.
If Mama call him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay.
That's it. That's it.